Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Barbados for sunrise and daybreak. I hope you all are having a fantastic morning. It is the weekend. You just have a few more hours to coast through, and then you can reward yourself for an amazing week. That is if you have not started already, like some of our friends and family that were at Q in the community last night. Their weekend started on Thursday. Obviously, what a glorious time. We talked about that a little bit later on. What I'd do is look back to the west here and these amazing rays that are coming up from the horizon. Lots of drama in the sky this morning. The master of creation is definitely putting on some beauty and putting on a display for us. Hope you're all enjoying this as well. It is just stunning. We're going to start Serenity Pier looking in this direction this morning, and then we will start off our little walking tour. So again, good morning to each and every one of you. Those of you who'd like to join us on our Serenity Pier, please do so. All others will be back with you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Now, just so you can see that the South Coast also gets transparent, I heard a report yesterday that they caught a whole fleet of trawler boats full of sargassum on the southeast section of the island, throwing it overboard, trying to let it wash on the south coast. When they found out the registrations were all from the west coast of the island. We know why they have done that. They did that because they're trying to make their coastline look beautiful, so they brought sargassum. So I'm wondering if this has been happening all year, and every year they've been doing that just to get people over to the west coast. But everyone who's been south coast knows, oh man, they've got a little bit of sargassum. Not going to happen, because when you're on the best coast in the world, well, you would understand we're not changing from that at all. Alright, so we're on the Oistins Jetty. Look at this brilliant sunshine. We're going to be working our way around here. I have to put the camera around columns so we don't block your view this morning as we're working our way up here. We're looking into Oistins Town itself. You all would know that completely differently on a Friday night, Saturday night, or whenever you come here for the fish fry. This morning we're actually seeing it very peaceful and calm before anything starts to happen. As I said, we're on the Oistins Jetty itself. I see Mr. Lynch on board. Good morning, sir. I know for sure that you are feeling right at home right now. So good morning to you. We would say this morning is dedicated to you, sir, because I know this is your hometown. I know this is where you feel as though, you know, it's yours. And although you don't live here, this is where you call your own, I am sure. Beautiful, beautiful coastline, south coastline. We've spent a lot of time on the south because, of course, I want to treat you to the absolute best. That's what we do. The beauty of Barbados through my eyes. How can I take you to any other coastline? I'll show you the best if the south coast is available. That is impossible. I don't mind if there's some people on here that call themselves WIB, westies. It is irrelevant because it's all Barbados. And it's all mine. You know why? I am the Bajan warrior. But I will share it with you all. So, good morning. Like this morning, I'm sharing the beauty with you. It is absolutely stunning. What you may not have seen, can't keep the camera on the sun too long because you're probably getting blinded by a big blur or a big bright blur. But I will take the sides of the boats here. This is especially for Switch Mary. Good morning to you. I know you love to watch the sides of the boat start to pick up the sun rays and stuff. So you can take this first photo up as being for you, Switch Mary. Good morning, and here you go. Lisa Moore, take your stopwatch off because I timed that for sure. You're not giving me no static this morning about no shortcutting, photo ops, etc. Now, I have been battled by the weather. I went 48 hours ago, decided I was going to predict what the weather was going to be. Who am I to do that? Anyway, I had two different preambles done up just in case, and neither of them rang true today. So I had to apologize this morning to you all, but just to let you all know again, I am the only one with a mighty veto. All you all could talk what you want, but the committee is on my side. We believe in democracy. I have 3 members just to make sure that we can get a legit vote and it's never tied. And all 3 of them agree that I am the only one with the power to veto. I had a serious conversation this morning, me, myself, and they all agreed for sure. Alright, so this is the auxiliary jetty here. This is where we get our fuels and stuff for the boats. What we're on is the actual jetty where they land or bring in their fish and catches, and then they wheel away into the fish market. We talk a little more as we're working our way down to the fish market. What I would like to say is, Good morning to all of those that were partying last night. I told you if you're not on this morning early and making a comment that you'll be getting a strike, because if I can get up in time, so can you. And if I was not up in time, as I told you last night, I was going to use you as the reason why and the excuse, because you all would not let me go home. What an amazing event. I would have to say that yesterday and last night was probably, for me personally, one of the best queue in communities that I have ever been to. Not only because of the accommodation, they had lots of dance floor. They closed off half of the car park between the gas station, the actual food court section. They had 4 20 by 20 tents up, adequate dancing beyond belief. The crowds when we left there, I would say around coming on to 7:30, 8ish, were starting to build. However, as you may have seen if you follow the live broadcast, any type of food that you wanted was available for you. So you could have come there last night starving, and you could have had multiple courses from multiple different locations, all types of stuff being served there. Absolutely amazing. So as I told you, the weather is tricking me. This morning, the preamble was number one, and then I came up, parked in Southern Plaza, and started to get out, started running up the road, and I saw these dark clouds building, real drama in the sky. So, of course, I put on my tuxedo, and I brought out my Skywater force field, because I want to make sure that we were good and we wouldn't have to stop for anything at all. And unfortunately, or fortunately, the clouds are just dissipating. As the sun is coming up, more and more disappearing. So it's absolutely beautiful this morning. This is where you can come to see turtles if you like as well. They feed turtles from here. They've actually started doing some swimming with turtles from here. A couple of guys. It's not a big organized thing as far as I know, but I have been here a couple of times to see a few visitors actually going into the water, and then they feed the turtles around them. So you can inquire more about that from any of your local Oistins people. They will take care of you. No history of Oistins this morning. We did that a couple of days ago. So today we're just going to browse. We're just going to go back in time. We're going to touch a little bit on what we remember from here. And of course, you'll be doing it with me. I am not saying anything about my handsomeness this morning, or about my amazing skills, or about the amount of gold medals that I have won, or how just incredible I am. Last night I was doing some dancing, and the whole dance floor cleared. And you know, I know, of course, it's not because they're frightened for me, wheeling people around and throwing them all over the place. It's because they want to watch the amazing skills. Hold on, I said I wasn't talking about that this morning. All right, we can go back in not a few minutes' time. But I want to show you some more transparency and how beautiful out here is this morning. We're coming to the end of the sargassum season, thank goodness. As you know, all out here would have had a lot of sargassum before. All these waters that are so beautiful this morning would have been brown and green for quite a few months now. As I said, it was sabotaged by people who are on the west coast, I'm sure of that. I know that there are people on here who say that's a lot of nonsense because it comes from the sargassum island and everything else, but I know the truth. So that's how it is. I see people talking here about me singing. If I sang last night, no one would have followed. I would have warmed up a mic and everybody would have shaken in their boots and not sang after me because I am so incredible. You see what you all doing to me? I said I was not going to talk about myself, and look at what you're doing to me this morning, making me talk about myself. I better start looking at the screen. Oh, I saw someone say you are so young and lovely. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that comment. Although I know it, it's nice to hear it on occasions. So it's great. I see somebody else here talking. All right, I'm not going to read the screen anymore. We're going to go back in, but as you can see above, brilliant sunshine, blaring off everything. Really can't turn on camera there for too long. We're just going to show you again where we are. We haven't done our EMC Circle of Love as yet. Remember, the Circle of Love is done in silence. The EMC 360 is done talking. I usually don't say what I'm going to do beforehand because if I feel like talking, I can call it EMC 360. And if I feel like being silent, I can say it's a Circle of Love. You know why? Because I have that power. I am the head of all of the committee. I actually have the veto, as I said before. And the other two people that sit in the committee are terrified of me. So they're going to agree with me anyhow. Alright, so we can do our Circle of Love from here. We can do this in anti-clockwise. Somebody remind me to do it in a clockwise direction next time, because I don't want you to spin and fall down. I have a brother overseas, and he tells me I make him dizzy. I know I'm making him dizzy because of my beauty, and my handsomeness, and my incredibleness. I go in again. I just can't seem to help myself. But if you were like me, wouldn't you talk with yourself all day as long? I heard someone say, yeah, did that. Lil Rick wrote, I love myself for me. Yes, he did. He may not have known it at the time, but he was writing it for someone just like me. Alright, so Circle of Love. Enjoy this spin of silence. Enjoy this spin of absolute beauty. Here we go. As you can see, I have over-rotated because I have a brother on here that will put his 360 analyzer on me and tell me I have not made the entire circle. So I went a little bit beyond. So please, somebody else don't come on and tell me I went beyond the 360 because I don't know what to do then at all. I would be lost completely. Tomorrow, I'm going to advertise it from early. We have Docel Saturday tomorrow. Everyone knows what Docel Saturday is, but there may be a few members that are coming on this morning. How are you, brother? There may be a few people that are coming on that are not familiar with what Docel Saturday is. Docel Saturday is that we walk on the sands of Barbados and some of the most beautiful beaches imaginable. We do absolutely nothing. We go nowhere. We talk of nothing of interest, nothing of actual facts. We do not tell the truth. So as you can see, they're 100% different from what we normally do because we're usually very serious, very factual, and we always go somewhere and offer amazing stuff. So Docel Saturday is very different. The reason I'm advertising it is that tomorrow we may have our biggest group walk-in ever. We've talked to a few people, we've discussed it with them, some that are staying in the general area, some visitors, some locals, and hopefully they will come out. Hopefully we will not party too hard tonight because I would like to share the beauty and love with you through some of our family and friends tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. If everything goes as planned, we should be having about a dozen people somewhere around there. Oh, we have some big fish here swimming. There we go, got a little action. And turtle directly below us here. I don't know if you can make that out. Turtle on the bottom going underneath the jetty. And some big fish, like cavalli or something, flying around here catching all the little fish. So this gives you an understanding of what Oistins Jetty is like. Another turtle out there swimming around again, just disappeared into the shadow. And then we have all these being chased. So healthy waters here. You can actually see some of the bigger fish moving around underneath there trying to catch them as well. Absolutely beautiful. It's just so amazing that when the EMC do a gathering that we are blessed with all kinds of stuff. Rainbows, pelicans, large fish, turtles, everything else imaginable. That is what happens. We're just blessed with the extra little things, the beauty that we can take in and appreciate. Good morning to all of the Q and the community family. I thank you so much for welcoming our cameras and allowing us to view what you enjoy every Thursday, what we will be covering if we can, God's Spare Life every Thursday, because we want to bring you, as our conductor likes to say, the real Barbados, real Barbadian people doing what we do best, having fun, partying and socializing. That's what it's all about. So I know that anyone that was on last night, the lives would have seen, we had our amazing singer Crystal. As you all know, she was singing to me. That song was dedicated to me. As you would have seen when she said to you and pointed, the whole entire Q in the community family looked around to see who it was. And of course, you know what I mean, big broad smile because they like posing real bad. So good morning to you, Crystal. Thanks for the entertainment. Our Munch King Bertley, he did an amazing job last night. He sang sweetly. Tell you the truth, it was amazing. For all of those men last night and women that I shared the love with through hugs. I talk about real passionate, hardcore hugs, you know, not a little hug, nothing. Real serious hugs and love. I would like to thank you for being so, accommodating, because I would hate to have had to run around the entire Worthing Square to get a hug. I think you all realize that you all could not be faster than me, because if one look at me would tell you I'm an athlete. So you decide to stand in place rather than waste your time and my time and maybe endanger some people that are standing around with my high-speed skills, maybe we're knocking down. Now, normally under usual conditions, I use the switch Mary move to make sure that you do not see him. But this morning I said, they don't want me to turn the camera on me too much today because they can't take too much beauty. So what I'll do is, I will make sure you all see him so you all will know that that is me over there. That is my other half. He is absolutely handsome and stuff. Can't really see it too well in what you're viewing right now. But as you all can appreciate, any mirror image or any shadow that comes off of me must be amazing. Alright, so likewise you can find one-armed bandits all over. Gambling is not legal here in Barbados. One-armed bandits are. Horse racing, betting is. So I guess there are different definitions of gambling. But anyhow, they are legal here in Barbados. Oistins Town, very quiet right now. You can find anything in here as you would find in any large city, but maybe not the different ranges and options. But you can find everything in this general area. As you can see, you can come here 24 hours a day, pull some slot machines, etc. Cashwise pawn shop, that's recently opened up. Used to be courts. Many different businesses were here originally, but courts used to be here. Courts is I guess some of you may not know, but it's a outlet where you can get any kind of indoor furniture and stuff. And then we have what we like to refer to as our McDonald's or Tim Hortons, or you can now call it Starbucks. This is our Chefette, which is our fast food restaurant. Many franchises all around the island. I lost count. When they got up at 15 and kept going, I didn't worry about it anymore. All I can say is they are the most popular fast food restaurant here in Barbados for sure. I'm going to take you for a little walk, unlike normal where we do the main road. Just going to walk you through the boatyard. It is not cosmetically the most beautiful, but I want to show you where all the repairs and maintenance and everything is done. We have ice house just over here that stores ice as well, and also gives the ice boats. As I mentioned the other day when we were on the vlog, we have ice boats, which I'll show you a few of them, that carry large ice areas and will go out for 12, 14 days, etc., keeping our catch on ice until they get back in. But you'll see all types of original old boats. This is, at one time, would have been the elite of the fishing industry. As you can see now, these are much smaller. They're still done with the wood, and they'll be doing some caulking and stuff now. At this time of year with hurricane season, a lot of the boats tend to pull up so they can do the repairs and stuff and avoid the mad rush and the sometimes added expense of getting the vessels out of the water if there are hurricanes or bad conditions that are coming in. So you'll find a lot of people doing general repairs at this time of the year, and then they'll go back into the water and start fishing all over again. But these are some of the ice boxes that will go on some of these boats, smaller, bigger. This is what will be actually on some of these larger boats, and that's what they will be storing the fish in for those many days going out. As I said before, I am showing you all him this morning, and that is because I don't want to switch the camera on me all the time, but I'm going to make sure that whether the camera is on me or him, that you will know that it is obviously the Bajan warrior being represented. Dry dock facility here, that is the launching area for this section itself. A lot of small boats as well. These guys will probably do like line fishing and then fish pot hauling as well. Fish pots, you've seen them before. If you see any, I'll point them out again for those that may not have been on this channel before with us. For those of you that are new here, we are the EMC family. EMC means a group that come together in the morning to bring cheer, happiness, love, peace and joy to each other. Start the morning with a good foundation, and then anything that's built on that foundation is perfect. So if you go into the day, you get some stress, you get any challenges, you turn your mind back to the morning and you remember how peaceful it was, how amazing it was to listen to an incredible commentator like me, and then you will be peaceful and ready to deal with anything. Remember, you're not supposed to react. You respond, which means you step away, you do what you want to do, you talk about it to yourself, you find yourself in peace and stuff, and then you decide, do I really need to say anything about this, or should I just let it go? So just give yourself some breathing room, think about it, try and be peaceful, and remember, people are going through some amazing challenges right now. There's challenges for everyone in this world, no matter what financial status you have. Everybody's been impacted with COVID, so a lot of people are under a lot of stress. Some people handle it better than others. Some people have the EMC that can calm themselves, and a lot of people don't have the EMC. So imagine if you came up on situations today and you didn't have this kind of family every day that come together, that give peace and love and kindness. Imagine trying to deal with life under those conditions. I can't. You all bring healing to me, you all set me right, you all level me, and you all put me back up, standing up erect, that I can deal with anything that comes my way. Alright, pieces of mahogany. These are all being here. I guess we'll get strips of wood for like the inside sections, maybe for reinforcement areas, but lots of mahogany here in this general area. Just want to do something a little bit different. We normally walk the highway, so I brought you through this section just to let you have a look at it, and also to see some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, of course. That would be, we're back on the south coast. This is really getting beautiful now. Sand is built lovely. This general area is Welches. We're just off of Southern Plaza, where there's a Massey store as well. We used to call Super Center. This is an absolutely lovely area. Oistins Town, beautiful. You can see all the grass, lush, all the plants, lush. Just stunning conditions. And just to give you a look down the south coast. Now last week we were at Enterprise Beach and Miami Beach. We talked about that was an accident. That was a man-developed beach basically, because they put down a groin, and then nature settled the sand above the groin and a little bit below as well, above being Enterprise, to the west being Miami Beach. This beach here was always here, but a lot smaller. That's just one immediate area. We're going to be walking onto a man-made beach. This was created beach that was designed and created to trap sand for this general area. Talk a little bit more when we get down the area where there was no sand originally, to let you understand how this is developed. 3 weeks ago, this would have been a massive sargassum. As we're coming into the end of the season now, we may get a little bit coming in. A lot of the sargassum has washed away. A lot of it is actually buried under the sand, which will help hold the sand. So this will, you'll understand then that everything has a purpose. Now you see those people over there picking cigarettes, they don't know any better. I can hear the cigarette tree screaming. Who said tree? Bush screaming. Please don't pick me because you're only going to throw me away. They're probably just going to take them and throw them at blackbirds or something because you don't eat that nonsense. But these cigarette here actually serve a great purpose, because before these were here, everybody used to drive along the strip of the road here, could sit and watch you or just watch you as they're passing. Now these have given us a level of privacy that you can come and utilize this beach. I know a lot of people actually use this beach at this time of the year or into the early winter months before we get into March and stuff. It's so swell. They would use this beach park next door, buy all their lunches over there because there is a little deli over there as well. In the actual supermarket, you can get any type of food you want over there as well. Really nice, all the conveniences. You all hear the ouches and the oohs and the ahs? I'm not too sure what they're doing. But anyhow, you all know already, they do not taste good. The three of them probably just came out this morning because they knew the camera was coming out and they're trying to impress someone. Or I wouldn't doubt that it was being a paid move by RC Great Police to try and advertise the Great. How are you all this morning? They're sweet. They're good. Alright, awesome. Yeah, you can see they're picking them and stuff. Everybody can see some are looking a little bit on the greenish side. But they don't taste good no matter what the color is. They're terrible tasting things. So we got yummy on here. You just want to be fashionable and make people believe that you think it's good. But I understand that. I know why, because that 0.001% of people that like them, you all want to impress, are probably your best friends and you're trying to make it as though you like them. Glows and reflections, absolutely stunning, amazing. Is that not beautiful? And you thought we had to go to West Coast to get that? At all. Get that anywhere in Barbados. Somebody last night was saying that I love the West Coast, that the West Coast is beautiful. I said, produce the evidence of when I have said that. Or I didn't have my microphone turned on at the time. Oh really? Seriously? I won lotto yesterday and I spent all the money last night. That's why I'm broke this morning. Same story. So, as you all can see, he's majestic. He's beautiful and strong. And he is the Bajan warrior. There you go. You all thought I was going to be upset about him this morning. At all. Once more, you're getting the opportunity to see the most incredible thing around. And just you can put the look to it and all the beauty to it. I'll get into the sun and give you the Bajan warrior pose. Hold tight. Okay, so we can move on now. You've seen enough of that. We'll get back into me a little while later on. Look at this. Now last time we walked here, when we did from the hills and we came down into Oistins, we walked over large slabs of what was originally wall in this area that were in the water. Lots of coral that was in the water. And as you can see, the sand has rebuilt. So you can see the Bajan layer. I don't know where that came from. But anyhow, we can leave that there. I'm sure I'll have to give out some strikes for that later on. Maybe it was an encouragement. I challenge you not to say anything negative about me on that comment. We're going to see if you all can handle that challenge. Surfers Cafe. Not impressive from this side. But as anyone that's been in Surfers Cafe would know, it has a lovely atmosphere. You can actually really have a good time here. I know quite a few people have been here. A lot of people have enjoyed it. Don't mind these walls. These walls you don't see from the inside. So that is fine. All along here, Airbnb properties, we will be doing some nosies this morning. Especially for the two nosy people, which is led by, of course, the most nosy, which is the conductor. But here we go. So this property is actually being completely redone. The front of this property, the wall, etc., has been changed completely. They've basically kept the same shell, but they've done some additions. They've changed all the windows and stuff. This is one of the Airbnb properties here. It's right next to the church. So if you come down to Oistins, past the Southern Plaza area, you see the church on your left, Surfers Cafe on your left. This is the next building. And a lot of these here are Airbnb properties. A couple of them are lived in, but majority of them are Airbnb properties. Mr. Conductor, I hope you realize that I do not need a ladder to the south coast. So you can put your inflatable ladder back inside of its case, because we're going to do this here freestyle. This is one of the entrances here. You can get down to this beach. Originally, you could not get to this beach here from above where we just walked. There would be no sand in that section here, or there are sometimes when there's no sand. So this is the public thoroughfare that will come down. It is beautiful out here, absolutely stunning. Lots of work going on, getting ready for busy season. They're predicting that this year is going to be one of the best seasons on record. I don't know. That is predictions, not from government. That's just predictions of people that work in the industry that I've talked to. Said they're getting incredible bookings. Everything is looking great. So I'm happy to see that, because like everywhere else in the world, Barbados has truly suffered. Remember, our main industry here is tourism. Once upon a time it was the sugar industry, then sugar beet took over. They got a lot cheaper. All of our guaranteed quotas and stuff from the EU were removed, or reduced, and then removed. And therefore the sugar industry dropped completely. We used to then have manufacturing as number two. That also went through the chute as well, with the rising costs of labor and stuff. And a lot of the other countries in the world, the countries that suffer a lot more, they moved a lot of the businesses into those areas, and we couldn't compete with the kind of cost of a lot of the businesses and the cost of materials, etc. And then tourism sprung and rose. And I'm talking about years ago. Many of you remember the 70s, the big explosion of tourism here in Barbados. Tourism is our number one business. What has taken off? Good morning, how are you? Oh my gosh, I have someone to talk to this morning. Hey, I'm coming over. You're going to say hi to everyone here, because the family is watching you. How are you this morning?
Hi, Nicholas Dean.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm from Ohio.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you, Nicholas.
Okay.
Finally, I see you on the internet.
Yes, we're on a couple of times, you know. Glad you came to say hi.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Barbados, everybody. Enjoy
Beautiful.
the sunrise.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I am.
Awesome, that's great.
Beautiful
You're going to be
place.
here for how long?
A couple more weeks.
All right, so you're going to come down for some waters at the office on Sunday?
Down to Worthing, Hastings area.
Well, yeah, Worthing area, correct, yeah. And if you send me an IM later, I'll tell you where we're walking tomorrow. I don't want everybody else to know, because it's a surprise. And maybe you'll come and join us tomorrow. It's very close.
Okay, sounds
But
good.
Barbados is always close. It's just like a few miles over to the East Coast. Right, so look forward to seeing you
Toes
then.
in the sand, everybody's happy.
Absolutely. So don't forget, send me a message so I can let you know where we are, okay?
Sounds
And
good.
if you make it, you make it. If you don't, it's not a problem.
Have a great day on the rock.
Okay, love you. Take care.
Love you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Peace.
See you later. All right, family, so you see our family spreads all over. Is that not just amazing? What an amazing time it is to come and find people that are here finally. They're able to enjoy the beauty and peace. Let me just fix this back up. I had to turn on my microphone there, so I'm having a little bit of a challenge. You all hear a lot of click, 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 click. Yeah, that happens after a night out partying. If I was not partying last night, I would have come here and I would have had this back on in a blink of an eye, but a few challenges here, but we almost finished. Okay, we're good to go again. So family is coming in all over. It's going to be an amazing winter season on the rock. Oh yes, hello, good morning, how are you all going? Just so quiet to go, listen. Good morning, how are you all going? See how quiet they are, look, they're back in back. Frightening for me, you know. Everybody knows I am the dog charmer, but they're all frightening for me. If you looked at me, you'd be frightened too. Trust me. I'm surprised Jennifer came out just now. Beautiful areas, lovely accommodations in this area. I know one of my brethren will be coming to stay here or in this general area very soon. Good morning to you, Orlick. Good to hear you, brother. I know you're coming down soon, my man. Looking forward to walking with you as well. So it's beautiful. All right, a little bit more about here. Before the sand built up, all under here would be reef. However, this sand has been enhanced by the different catchment groins, and the groins have been laid below. We'll talk a little bit about that a little further on. But years ago, there was very, very little sand here. Maybe we were seeing this ridge would have been high water mark. You wouldn't have had anything below that. However, that has changed a lot. And that wouldn't have been consistent either, because at certain times of year, like around March and February and March, when you had a big south swell, all of this area here would have had a seawater going right up to these walls, or almost right up to the walls. Minimal beach. But tons of accommodations. A lot of these homes here were original beach homes. The actual footprint, outer walls being saved but modified on the inside to, we would have to say, a real up class and stylish accommodations. Once again, bushes, bushes, bushes everywhere. Now, I am going, well no, I'm not going to do that today. I'll wait till tomorrow when I have more of an audience, because I have something that I have been rehearsing, that the paparazzi the other day came and stole some footage of one of my classes and rehearsing sessions. I hope they don't share it. If they share it with the secret police, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. But anyhow, I will give her the real live thing tomorrow or some other time. If you want to buy some properties, I'm sure you can find something in this area still. Quite a bit of property options available. Now this is one of the catchment grounds. This is to sort of like direct the sand into the beach section itself, to trap it, also to stop the surging of the water coming in to move the sand. However, many times a year when you can't walk through here on dry sand at all right now. Still got some water coming up, tide's a little bit high, but sometimes there's absolutely no sand here, and that depends, like around March again and February when there's a big south swell. Sometimes you'll find no sand here whatsoever. You can see the big embankments here, so you can see this beach was a lot bigger, but we've had all kind of unusual swells this year and spring tides and things which have affected it. Alright, so we're stepping back in time now. We're seeing the vehicles drive. You can actually see the curb. Years ago, I don't really remember. Time sort of like merges for me, but let's say maybe 15, 20 years ago, you would have had to see water hitting that wall up there. There would have been very little beach here, maybe about 10 feet of beach off of that actual curb itself. That would have been under good conditions. Many times they would have had no beach here at all. On occasions when we've had big swells, so swells, in those days the sea used to actually come over into the road. You'd find sand in the road next morning if you didn't actually see the sea, and you would wonder what was going on. Big condos over on the other side, quite beautiful actually. They're only maybe I would say 4 or 5 years old, something like that, somewhere around that time, and that was after the actual beaches started to form. And if you notice Doctor Office, you will see lots of work going on over there. Everything is being cleaned up, which where you would normally have parked. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. I don't know if the property has been sold or what. But as always, you know, we are malicious. Not only the conductor is malicious and more cautious, we are as well, or better known as Gypsy. We will come over and let you know as soon as we hear a little bit more information on that, for sure. So all this is a man-made beach. This was specifically done to create this beach. Under the sand here are massive concrete walls that have been built. Walls, and then what happens is the sand will come over the sea, will come over the actual wall itself and leave the sand on the inside when it came back out. So that's how it originally was built. So this is not just a beach that is built with groins. This is built with reinforced concrete walls all along this section, strategically placed to hold the sand. Once again, lots of foliage on the section of the beach so you can get your privacy and stuff. As you can appreciate, you really don't want to come here and lie down with the entire world driving by, unless you look like me and have a physique that is world class and well known and has won hundreds of world titles. That's the only way you want to lie down out here. I walk around out here usually very discreet, because I once came out here and they had an accident because the people were looking at me, so I usually try and duck behind the palms and stuff. I really don't want to create any more of them. But look at these conditions today. I know what they're saying, "Man, you ain't going in the sea." Yes, we are going in the sea. I'm just taking my time and looking for a nice location. I passed a nice location just now, but we're still going to find another one, because today is calm enough to definitely go in the water. So just let me put down our apparatus and let us take a little dip. Here we go. A little difficult out here sometimes when there's a south swell running. You know, the surge out here, and also there's a big swell that comes through and breaks right in the shoreline. We don't have the drop off of the west coast, don't have the drop off of the west coast, don't have the drop off of the west coast. Yeah, I think it was a technical problem there just now. I heard a lot of repeating, but up here you can walk into the sea on level sand, level sand, level sand. Not promoting, or, well actually I'm not putting down anywhere, I'm promoting the south coast. I know for sure that I can be giving out strikes today. I don't have to ask, because I am definitely setting myself up for a big one. It's beautiful out here. Down here, a lot of sand is moving in the water, so we don't have the clarity that we saw in Oistins just now. It's a lot of sand here. I was telling someone the other day, one of the benefits of going to the west coast and taking a sea bath is, when you come on the sea, you leave all of the beach here. On the south coast, when you come on the sea and take off your bathing suit, bikini, or whatever, speedo, whatever you have on, you're going to carry half of the sand home with you. So please bring it back the next time that you come to the beach. Put it in a plastic bag and return it, please. Alright, we did anti-clockwise before. Jeez, I don't need you all to remind me this morning. My brain is fresh. I'm going to do a clockwise now. Enjoy this circle of love, skimming water style on the south coast, the best coast in the island. Here we go. Now, you know, I really would like to be fair and honest and everything else. I want to be kind because, as you know, we try to be as kind as we possibly can. We try to share all the goods in the world. So I would like all the people on the West Coast to know that the sun is up. You may not see it for another 3 hours because you're over on that dark side, but the sun is actually up, and as you can see, it is glaringly bright. A beautiful, beautiful daybreak over here. You don't see that on the West Coast at all, you know, so just saying, that's not, again, it's not been on the West Coast. I'll give you some of the positives of the West Coast, so some of the most beautiful sunsets, for sure. Some of the most placid and consistent waters in the island. The best visibility, the calmest waters on the island. Some lovely, long, stretchy beaches. Now, that's all that promotion because it's on Barbados. If that was on a different island, I would never have said that at all. But I have to lure you all to Barbados for sure, whether it's the South or the West Coast. West Coast, East Coast, South Coast, it makes no difference which coastline you're on. It depends on what your preferences are. If you like the style of the East Coast, it's rugged, natural, rough, powerful terrain, that is where you're going to be. You will not come on the South Coast or the West Coast and feel happy. You will not feel that way because that offers those conditions only. If you come on the South Coast, you get a little bit calmer. Most of the time, actually almost all the time, it's calmer on the East Coast. And then if you want the calmest of all is the West Coast. So you have all three of those options. I actually should have done them in order and said, you can come to the South Coast, blah, blah, blah. You can go to the West Coast, blah, blah, blah. And then the East Coast, because that's 1, 2, 3. That's the order they're in. I want to clarify that. It was just I called it because we started on the East by some reason. To each and every one of you all, thank you for joining us today. It's not going to be a very, very long blog. I want to just bring the beauty of Barbados to you. And of course, you are seeing the beauty of Barbados right in front of you. Look, even Barbados is written on me. This is not a hat. This is actually something that was created for me to show off this island, to let you know where this beauty exists. And we're in Barbados, of course. To everyone that is here on these shores, please go outside and enjoy this. Don't stay inside this morning saying I'm going to lie down for another hour or 2 hours. Get up, go outside, walk on the beach, taking this fresh air. And as we talk about fresh air, let us do a breathing exercise this morning. And as you know, I'm a fair person, so it's not me one. You're going to take a couple of breaths. Please join me. Here we go. That's for everyone that's off of the island. That's for everyone that's on the rock. That's for the Beijing warrior. Have a great day. Love you all. I will leave you with 20 seconds of beauty, and then you can all say farewell to each other. I hope you all have a day that's filled with peace and love. Remember, whatever you felt and experienced this morning, if it has been positive, please carry it and give it away. You will be given it tenfold. I can assure you I am living evidence of that. I give away everything that God gives me because He has asked me to do so, and He's also told me that He will reward me when I follow that path, and that's the path that I am on. I don't mind what path you're on. If it's positive, that is all that matters. So 20 seconds, enjoy this here, folks. From myself, the Beijing warrior, from each and every one of our crew, which is Care Team, Munch Kings, and also Hall of Famers, from every individual EMC member that makes this what it is. Without any one of them, this would not be the same. Without any one of you, this would not be the same. Have a great day. Blessings and all of my love from Barbados to you all. Have a great day, everyone.